First of all, did you know that I have rabbit teeth? I went to get my teeth cleaned today, and apparently it's very trendy right now for you to have your front teeth to be a little bit longer than these teeth. It's like a rabbit, which is highly appropriate because when I was little, I was actually born in the year of the ram, the goat, and I really wanted to be a rabbit really badly. A bunny, which is another animal in the Chinese zodiac. And so whenever people ask me what animal I was, I would say, I'm a rabbit, I'm a rabbit, I'm a rabbit, I'm a bunny, I'm a bunny, I'm a bunny. And so today I went to go get my teeth cleaned, and they said, oh, you have rabbit teeth. And I was like, what's rabbit teeth? And they're like, these two are longer than the rest, so that's considered rabbit teeth. And I was like, oh, she goes, it's very trendy right now. People are coming in and asking to have like a crown put on top of the front two teeth to make them a little bit longer, so it's like a rabbit. So yes, even humans sometimes aspire to be like rodents, cute ones. Crazy, right? Crazy. So today I want to share something really interesting with you. Today I was triggered by FedEx. Who knew? Did you know that you've heard of the phrase going postal? Well, there is a new phrase called blowing up at FedEx. And it was kind of interesting. So I had this task to do today at work, and it was about putting some items in a FedEx envelope to send off through the carrier FedEx to one of our customers. Now, as I was doing it, I was so triggered. I was like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I putting these things into these envelopes? Like, what does this mean? What is this all about? And I realized that I was triggered by the fact that I was doing something that wasn't aligned with who I truly am. I did not come here reincarnate into this human form to put some things into a FedEx envelope to mail off to customers. That is not my life purpose. That is not my calling. And when I was doing this and realizing that this is what I was doing for a living as part of my job duties, I realized that this was not who I am. This was not operating from my soul's alignment. This is not aligned with being a life coach. This is not living my best life. Sure, if some of my day activities is mailing something to my clients or doing something with my life coach and mailing a letter to my client or mailing a gift or prize or a token of appreciation or a Christmas card or something to my client, that's fine. But putting some informational booklets not related to life coaching into some FedEx envelopes to mail off to the customer that any person can do was not in alignment with who I am. And I started getting really annoyed, and I felt all this stuff come up, and I was like, why am I doing this? Like, anybody can do this. Why am I doing this? And I was thinking, well, Tuan, what's your commitment? Your commitment is to provide superior customer service to your teammates, to your coworkers, and to your clients within this company. So what's your deal? Like, what are you triggered about? And I realized that I was triggered by the fact that I was doing something, I was participating in an activity that no longer served me. It just wasn't aligned with who I was anymore. Because as I thought a lot and reflected a lot, I realized that as a person who is a life coach, you have coaching calls with your clients, and you write books, and you share your message, you share your soul's message, you speak from your soul, you listen with your heart and soul, and you do all there is to elevate humanity and our planet. You exchange the money for your services, you put it into foundations and charitable organizations that resonate with you to uplift our humans on this planet as well as the planet as a whole and our planet's prosperity. But working in a job that no longer serves its purpose, it's time. It's time to reevaluate. It's time to look at yourself. It's time to reflect. Like, is what you're doing, does it make sense? Like, does it make sense that you are doing this as a main activity of your living, right? Or your job, the job that you do each day, 8 hours a day, is a form of living. That's what people say, I do this for a living. It's your purpose. Everyone needs a purpose. But I realize my purpose is no longer stuffing FedEx envelopes. It is elevating humanity. It's about having deep, powerful conversations with my clients. It's about shifting the way they see their lives. It's about shifting their relationships. It's about equipping them with the mindset and the power to live truly meaningful, deep, powerful lives, for them to have massive transformation into the arenas of their life, to help them truly live a deeply meaningful, powerful life. It no longer includes stuffing some stuff into FedEx envelopes and mailing it off. It doesn't make sense anymore. And it was a great analogy to, it was such a simple example. And you could just leave it at that and say, oh my gosh, my job sucks. I hate my job. It's mundane. I'm stuffing envelopes. But then you could think, well, it's part of the job. So what's your deal? And then you think, okay, like what is triggering about it? And I realized as I went down that rabbit hole that it was a great reminder of who I am, what I stand for, what I came here to do. And it was not to stuff envelopes. No matter how much I get paid, it's not about that. It's about doing something that is deeply fulfilling. It's doing something that's meaningful. It's doing something that's uplifting. It's doing something that I believe serves value that is equivalent to my capabilities and my potential, the way that I serve. I would rather serve by having a client call with a client, or having a coaching session with a client, or writing a book to share my latest revelations and my messages and everything I've learned in this lifetime, than to spend it, even though I'm amply paid to do it, to do something that is not as meaningful, that's not as powerful, that's not as life-fulfilling. And I made that revelation, and I made that conclusion that if you were to move on to your next deal, don't fall into the same trap. Don't fall into a job that doesn't fulfill you, no matter how good the pay is, because that's not what you came here to do. You came here to have deep, meaningful conversations with people. You came here to share your soul's message. You came here to listen with your heart and soul. You came here to provide the space in the arena for people to have massive transformation and shifts in the way they live their life, so that it's powerful, so that it's soul elevated, so that it's fulfilling. Not so people can get some stuff in the mail sent through FedEx so they know how to properly utilize a vehicle. It's just not soul elevating work. It's part of a different business that no longer aligns with me. So my question to you, what in your life are you feeling out of alignment? Are you doing things that don't really reflect the person you came here to be? What things you do you find annoying or triggering or frustrating, or you're like, why am I doing this? And then ask yourself, is it aligned? Am I operating from my soul's alignment? Am I living a deep, powerful, meaningful life? And if not, hire a life coach. That's my solution to everything. Hire a life coach. I'm a life coach. I am up for hire. If you would like to work with me and live your best life, I am at your service. If it's not me, hire someone else. Find another life coach. But regardless, the life coach is really, really transformative. It's really important to have in your life. And once you hire a life coach in your life completely shifts in a deeply powerful, meaningful, massive way. And there's nothing like it. I highly recommend it. And you will be floored. But first and foremost, examine your life. Dig deep, reflect. What areas of your life are you just out of alignment? It no longer serves you. It makes no sense. It's not part of your identity anymore. It's just like, why am I doing this? And then dig about it, reflect about it, journal about it. And you can even message me about it if you need some prompting and some guidance and some help. And I will help you have some incredible epiphanies and revelations about the way that you are living your life and how you view it and the words you're using to describe it. you will tune into a different frequency. Here's you living a soul elevated life, and I will see you tomorrow.